Hey, this is Talani Person, and I hope all is well with you. I want to share with you just three things. Like, what do you do when you feel like you try everything and it's not working? Particularly if you are pursuing a desire in your heart, an idea came to you, and you tried it, and you begin to question its timing, and then you question, like, is it really meant for me? And the truth is, I believe at times that it is meant for you. But what we need is God's strength because you were not designed, you were not created to do life by yourself. You were created, your nature, your spirit, your soul, and the body was created to depend on God. So that means when it comes to desires you pursue in your heart and the ideas that you may have, that is required for you to depend on God. That was a hard pill for me to swallow because I like to do things and control it. But that controlling led to anxiety and depression. And that's a part of my life that I choose not to experience anymore. And why did I make that decision? I made that decision because I got in agreement with God to depend on him. Now, Second Chronicles chapter 16, verse 9, the NIV version says that God basically looked throughout the earth to show himself strong on those whose hearts are fully committed to him. I'll say it again because whatever an idea or desire that you have in your heart, God is looking to show himself strong in your life. And most importantly, he's looking to see if your heart is fully committed to him. And that's what I wanted to point out because at times when it looks like something is not going well, it does not mean to just push it away and neglect it, but to really inquire of God and ask of him what it is that you should do. And the thing about it is that God's strength represent whatever you need him to be in your life. Wherever there is a need, God's strength is available to you. So I want to encourage you with that, with three things. And before I share these three things, the scripture talks about having this heart that's fully committed. And what is the heart? What is the nature of the heart? We're not talking about the physical heart, but your heart is your mind. Your heart is the seat of your emotions and your will. And your heart, your mind, emotions, the will is all connected with one another. And so he's looking to see if you are committed in those areas towards him. So, number one, that you have to ask yourself for God to move strong in your life is number one, have you given God your mind the full attention? When he speaks something to you in his word, do you agree with it in your mind? That's what that is based on. His truth, his word is truth. And he just wants to know, do you agree with him in your mind? And number two is your emotions. Your emotions are huge. Colossians chapter 3 talks about setting your affection on things above, meaning setting your affection on God, his nature, his ability, who he is, and who he created you to be, taking pleasure in that with your emotions. So that's why it's important to praise, worship God, and most importantly, have this eagerness in your heart of wanting to know more about him, wanting to connect with him on a daily basis. And then the third part is your will. This is a precious commodity. I say it's the greatest asset that we have because God is a loving God and he's not going to force himself on you. He's not going to force his plans on you. He's not going to force who he created you to be on you. That's what's so loving about him. But he gives you the opportunity if you really want him to show himself strong in your life and be committed to him. He wants to know, will you connect your will to his? See, he has a divine purpose and plan for your life, a divine will for you. And he wants to know, are you all in? Are you committed to live his plans, his divine will for your life? So that's what God is looking for. He's looking for you to connect and agree with Him in your mind, set your affections on Him, and most importantly, allow His will to be your will in your life. In your life, yes. So with that being said, I want to encourage you to continue to own your truth and live your vision. And I guarantee you that if you do those three things, God will show Himself strong in your life. Blessings.